What's up, survivors? Jason here. Today I'm going to show you how you could harvest your very own seeds from pineappleweed, also known as wild chamomile.
So pineappleweed is pretty much the exact same flower, but without the flower petals. You can see it has pretty much the same type of leaves, kind of like a fern-like type of leaf, and the yellow flower head. But it's pretty much the same way to harvest the seeds as a normal chamomile flower. So some of the older ones you'll see have turned to almost like a spicy mustard color, and the newer ones are actually really yellow. You can even see some newer buds that are popping up around here. So the ones that you want to take the seeds from are these old buds right here. So the process that I would do to harvest these seeds is to first make sure to look at the bottoms of your flower heads. If you see that they are tanned brown, they are ready to pick. But if you pull the plant too early, you can still see that some of the bottoms of the heads are still a little bit green. These mean that the flower isn't ready, and which means the seed isn't ready. And inside of them, you can kind of see it's still green as well, and these seeds won't be good for growing. You can still put them like in tea and stuff like that, but you definitely don't want to use something like this. So make sure that you do not pull it too early, or something like this can happen. And even if you let it dry out, it's still not going to be a mature flower. So you kind of wasted a plant right there if you pulled it too early. So taking the time to make sure that they are tan from underneath and they are brown on top. So you could discard that. You could possibly use these for tea if you like, but all you really need to do is just kind of gently squeeze it in between your fingers, and it just falls apart. Might have just a smidge of green on some of them, but the ones that are definitely like just fall apart, just like one little touch, those are definitely the better ones to keep. And when you get kind of a good pile, so separate the big chunks away from the flower head and seeds. And one thing about the seeds are they are super tiny. Let's see if I can find some for you. Right here. That little piece right there is the seed. And they are a pain to try to separate them from the flower head. Alright, once you got most of the stem and leaf particles out of there, you can start separating it. So if you're outside and you have a little bit of a windy day, just take a pinch of the flower head and seed and just kind of sprinkle it around. Sometimes the wind can move the lighter flower heads out of the way and drop the seeds. So the seeds will be heavier. And if you look around, you can start seeing some of the seeds. There's one right there, there. They are super tiny, so this will be tedious work. So you can just kind of poke it, and usually you like stick to your finger, and then you put it inside of your container of choice. I'll just have it into an envelope, and sometimes give it a little breath. And most of the seeds would stay there. Then all you're left with is most of the seeds and just a tiny bit of the flower head dust on there. And that's how you can separate it. You can go farther if you'd like, but me personally, I don't care if it has a little bit of the flower head dust, because that will give nutrients to the garden soil, which gives nutrients to your flowers as well. So that is one way you can harvest your seeds. Just take a blank piece of paper, kind of sprinkle it around. Maybe have a little bit of wind to help you out move all of these particles from the head, and it could be that easy. So I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching. See you in the next one.